Welcome to the new Vermont International Speedway as we're here Memorial Day racing up in Vermont for the running of the Bass Pro Shops 150. Kashawn Richardson, the 22 car, has won the pole for the Memorial Day race. To his outside, second is Evan Hunter in the 7 car. Then third is Nicholas Valdez, fourth is Charlie Davenport, and Riley Spraytube, our last race winner, rounds at the top 5. Then 6th, it's Tyler Fink. 7th place is second in points. Joe Sandroch needs over 150 points to gain on Zach Winkle. In 8th, it's Trey Wright. In 9th, it's Nolan Rempel. And Colin Teague rounds at the top 10, the 0 car. The rest of the field, there's Will Parrish, who's inside, Danny Bright in the 9. Then there's Stephen Thompson with Jose Mills in the 98. With Jake West and Sebastian Kukulon. Behind them, Juan Garcia and Jason Larker. Then Keegan Thompson and Marshall Burrow. With Derek Bouchard and Ryan Brommer. Then we have Sky Commons and Mathis Wells. With Roger Ray and Luke Rainey. Then Julius Anderson and Mateo Montoya. With Edwin Mendez and Zachary DeLello. Then Benny Watson and points leader Zach Winkle to 25. With Silas Orta and Mark Owens. Then there's James Ellison and Jaden Jacobs. With Greg Graff and Christian Vargas. Trey Rainey and Luke Jones. And in 41st position, the number 78 car of Landon Lyons. There's our 41 car field for the Bass Pro Shops 150 in Vermont. Let's go on track sign. Friday is up for the first race at the Vermont International Speedway.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your engine!
And 41 cars rolling off the starting grid at the brand new Vermont International Speedway. And what a race it's going to have as its first ever race on this channel. Memorial Day right here today. And we will honor those who passed away fighting for United States freedom with the first 2 laps moment of silence. So as the field comes down to the restart zone, we will take 2 laps in a moment of silence to honor those who have fallen for this great country, the United States of America. Kashawn Richardson, Evan Hunter, to the green flag. We're racing in Memorial Day at Vermont. Well, that was a crazy first 2 laps right there. We saw 3 and 4 wide. There's 4 wide right here. Roger Ray, Silas Orton, and some others. There's 3 wide all over this track. Up on the front, we saw 4 wide. We see Joe Sandroch flying through the field. Up on the front, though, it's still Kashawn Richardson leading. Valdez in second. Sandroch for third on Riley Spraytube. And a very interesting thing about this racetrack is a unique racetrack. Turns 1 2, you definitely want to be on the bottom lane. That's the best lane to go through 1 and 2. But in 3 and 4, the outside lane seems to work a little bit better. So where are you going to want to be on this racetrack? Do you want to be on the outside or the inside? Because depending on which end of the racetrack you're on, it'll provide different results. Valdez cannot gain on Richardson right now. He's currently in the 2nd position. Spraytube to the inside for that spot as he's looking for 2 in a row in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. And look at back there. West blocking Juan Garcia down low. Now Sandroch went high. Rempel fills the inside lane. 3 wide for the back. Danny right to the outside. Tyler Fink middle. And Valdez got a nice run there off the hill down the straightaway. In their drive for that 22, looking low right here, showing the nose. No, it wasn't really close. He was just showing that, hey, I got to run. I'm coming for you. Rempel in the back of Spraytube with Colin Teague in the 0 looking bottom lane. Stephen Thompson, the 52 into the picture. Sandroch up top in the 9-9. There he's trying to get down low. I believe he did. Valdez with a nice run there on Richardson. Trying to get in the draft. Trying to gain down the straightaway. And that's another interesting thing about this racetrack. Normally you see the kink in these on these tracks The kink is on the front stretch. Now here we have a front straightaway, and it's a back stretch. There's a curve, a big curve down the back stretch. There's right there. They're going through it. Rempel, push from Joe Sandrovich, gets to the inside. Sandrovich, 3 wide. Yeah, that's second in points. He needs every point he can get right now. Look at the run for Rempel right there. Big run to the back of the 22, to the inside. Richardson could not block that one. Rempel to the inside with 10 laps remaining. Nolan Rempel out in front here in Vermont. Richardson kicked back to second. Sandrovich up to third with Trey Wright to fourth. 3 wide back there for Juan Garcia. And look at Richardson all over the back. He's going to look to the outside, turn 3. He wants to run the top side. He knows what to do. Now he forces the 6-3 high. Rempel gets a great run off turn 4. He'll pull away. Nolan Rempel leads. Richardson is second. Sandrovich to third. Valdez up to fourth. Right back to fifth. Burlington trying to keep touch, but he's on the outside falling back. And currently for Zach Winkle, the 25. 24th currently on the racetrack. Make it 23rd. So he's trying to gain some spots forward. Trying to minimize the loss in points gap to Joe Sandrovich if it stays like this. Rempel up the racetrack. Trying to get the run. Richardson bottom lane. They race side by side. Rempel gets back clear. Halfway done with the Bass Pro Shops 150. 8 laps remain, and it's all Nolan Rempel leading, but Richardson, who dominated early on, is in second, looking for the lead as they come down the backstretch. He has a good run in the draft. Here he comes to the inside again. Keshawn Richardson looking for some room to make a move. Valdez to his back bumper. And again, the run off the top side for Nolan Rempel to get back clear. Back there for third, Sandrovich inside Valdez. But he gets halted there. Now Richardson back in line for second. The problem with that 22 gets such a good run off this corner and in the draft down the straightaway that by the time he gets to turn number 3, still side by side, Rempel gets to run the outside lane. They're coming to 6 to go. Valdez a great run the draft. About 2-3 miles an hour faster than the two in front. That time, Richardson rotates well in the bottom lane. Can't quite clear. The run on the outside for Rempel down the straightaway. Richardson leads the lap with 6 to go. Valdez looking 3 wide. Kukulon 3 wide for fourth. The 5 car. All the way to fourth. 2 for 1 right there. And now Valdez battles Rempel for second. But can the 63 get the run the top side to get back by? If he gets a good runner, he can get to the lead. He's got a nice run going. But the inside as well. Valdez got a good run. But off the top side, look at the run for Rempel to the bottom lane with 5 to go. Yellow flag would end the Bass Pro Shops 150 early. Kukulon under attack. Trey Wright gets around for fourth. Thompson to fifth. Tyler Fink. Here comes Roger Ray and Ryan Brommer on the bottom lane. Valdez back to the inside now. Rempel trying to get back clear, but the 22 fighting on the outside. Keshawn Richardson, they'll give up some spots right there. Valdez through the second. Rempel through the lead. 4 to go at the line. Nolan Rempel leads the race. Trey Wright, middle lane, no. That was going to make that big move. Now he's going to make the move. Middle 3 for Trey Wright. He's going for it. Down to turn number 3. Rempel, Valdez. First and second, lined up first and second. In line. Valdez looking for a run. He's right there in the 63. Back behind them, 3 wide. Richardson, nice run in the top side. Trey Wright, middle lane. Up at the front, Valdez, Rempel, side by side, 3 to go. And Nicholas Valdez is clear off turn 2. He's the new race leader, coming to 2 to go. And Trey Wright gonna try and get to second here and have a shot at the win. To the inside, Valdez into turn number 3. But the 46 with the run off the top side. Where's Keshawn Richardson go? He'll look bottom lane. Down the straightaway. 2 laps remain in Vermont. What an incredible first race for this racetrack. 3 wide for Sandrovich down low. He'll look for third off turn 2. He has Burlington with him. And now Richardson for the lead. Keshawn Richardson looking for the lead in the win. Nicholas Valdez to his outside. Coming to the white flag. Keshawn Richardson, the bottom lane. Off of turn number 4, he's clear. White flag, last lap of the Bass Pro Shops 150. Richardson, Valdez, Sandrovich, right. Who gets the trophy? Valdez in line. Looking for a run to Richardson in the draft off turn 2 and down the backstretch. But Sandrovich all over the back of the 46. He'll look to the inside. Now can Valdez get the run off the top side, turn number 3. Watch for that. He's in the run. To the bomb lane he goes. Richardson up the racetrack a little bit. Off of turn number 4. Richardson gets in the gas first. Checker flag first. Winner of Vermont. Kashawn Richardson wins the Bass Pro Shops 150. And the pack makes it across the start finish line. But Kashawn Richardson with the payday. He wins in Vermont as they battled hard behind him. What a race here in Vermont for the first one. We will definitely see more of this track in the future. Kashawn Richardson wins the first ever Vermont race. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings. Here are the finish results from the Bass Pro Shops 150th of Vermont International Speedway. We did not have a single caution flag in this race, and 5 lead changes, 3 different drivers in laps here today. Kashawn Richardson led 10 laps the most of anyone. He dominated very early on from the pole position. He wins here today. Nicholas Valdez ends up in the 2nd position. 3rd for Joe Sandrovich, a great points day for him. 4th for Trey Wright, and Riley Spurley backs up that win with a top 5 finish here today. Sky Commons ends up 6th, Will Parrish in 7th, Keegan Thompson, Nolan Rempel, and Charlie Davenport round out the top 10. As you look at the top 20, so Richardson led 10 laps, Rempel 5, Valdez 1. Those are the only drivers that led laps here today. However, it was very close among the front of the field. See for Zach Winkle, started 31st, got up to the top 20, ends up 23rd today. Not too bad for the driver of the 25. However, he does lose 62 points. The points are now under 100 points for Zach Winkle. Sandrovich has closed in the 99. Look down, some of these drivers, they didn't have the track position to make it work, fell back. There's Vargas down there, 41st, a full second behind the pack at the end. Let's now go see the point standings after the Vermont race. 9 races into the season, here are the point standings. Zach Winkle still on top, but it's a new 2nd place man as Kashawn Richardson, with his victory, his dominant performance here today, moves up to 2nd. He's 83 behind Winkle. Sandrovich back to 3rd, but he has closed in to 90 points behind. Valdez is 4th, and Charlie Davenport holding solid inside the top 5. And he's 106 points out of Danny Bright, so the front 5 really separated. And then Danny Bright's 106 back in 6th. Ryan Brommer in 7th, Trey Wright in 8th, Jake West 9th, and Luke Jones holds the final spot inside the top 10. As you look at the top 20, Stephen Thompson currently down to 14th, or he's up to 14th in the points with his victory. Riley Spurley up inside the top 20 now, with back-to-back top 5 finishes so far. And look down here. Some of these drivers trying to make their way forward. Some of them, like Zachary DeLello, just outside the top 20. So far, Mathis Wells has not scored a top 10 this season. Same with Mark Owens. Same with Derek Bouchard. And you look down, James Ellison currently last in the point standings, looking to try and rebound. 9 races into the Mountain Dew ARCA Series Season number 3 season. We look at race number 10 of the season. We keep it up on the Northeast. We go to Oswego for the Krispy Kreme 200. I will see you guys then.